be cooking up a tomato soup today. Now in fact, I'm actually going to make a tomato and basil soup. The only difference is though, is when you've got your tomato soup all cooked up, just add some fresh basil leaves and you've got a delicious tomato and basil soup. So whichever one you want to do is entirely up to you. Now it's a really nice healthy recipe, except for the fact that at the end I'm going to add a little dollop of creme fraiche. But if you want to keep it really healthy, leave the creme fraiche out and it'll be really healthy. So, you know, that's up to you. Down the ingredients. Now, they are really basic ingredients. We've just got things like a can of tomatoes, some fresh tomatoes. Now, I've just got those because they're on special offer and they look really ripe and I think they'll be delicious in this soup. 1 onion, then I've got a little bit of celery. You don't have to use the celery, but I've got those lying in the fridge, so I thought I would use those up. And a couple of carrots. So I'm just going to grate the carrots, just to cook them down a little bit quicker. Now, I've got my fresh basil there, so we'll just add some of that in at the end. But again, if you want to make a tomato soup, leave the basil out. 1 clove of garlic, I'm going to crush that, and I've got some tomato puree and also a vegetable stock. Got 200 millilitres of vegetable stock, so boiling hot water, mix them together, there's your stock. Now I'm going to be using creme fraiche as I said, but you know, if you want to keep it healthy, leave the creme fraiche out and then you've got a nice vegetarian healthy soup. So there's all the ingredients. Let's go over, get everything prepared and get on with the cooking. So I've got everything prepared and washed up, chopped up, so we can really enjoy the cooking. Now I'm going to start off, I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in the pan there. We don't want too much, but we do want enough to kind of, you know, fry it all up. So let's switch the heat on, bring it up to about a medium heat, and then we're going to add the onions. So I've brought the olive oil up to a medium heat. Now, just to keep it simple, I'm going to put the onions, I'm just going to put the celery in there as well. Give that a quick stir around. Now I know I'm going to be using a little bit of salt, so let's put it in now. Good pinch of salt. And also, I'm going to put the black pepper in as well. Good pinch of that. Again, give that a stir. And what I'd say is, you want to probably cook that for about 5 minutes on a medium heat. So don't forget, give the occasional stir to the onions over the first 5 minutes. And now, I've been cooking mine for about 5 minutes, so I'm just going to make a little place in the middle. And we're going to put the crushed up garlic. You can see I've got it all crushed up there. And again, just give that a quick stir. Keep it in the middle so you can keep an eye on it. You don't want it to sort of burn. Now I might just put the grated carrot over the top, so just plonk that in, give that a toss around, get it all mixed up, and then you carry on cooking for another 5 minutes. So I've been cooking for about 10 minutes. First 5 minutes we did the onions, then we added the sort of, you know, the grated carrot and the garlic, and we've been cooking for about another 5 minutes. So now what I'm going to do next of all is add those can of tomatoes. Then next of all, I'm going to add some of that tomato puree. Now, I'm going to add a good splodge of that. And also, I've got those tomatoes. Take them out of the water there. I'm just going to break them off. Then the last thing I'm going to add is that vegetable stock. There you go, got it all in the mix. Now you want to kind of give it a good squash around. Good turn around, bring the heat up if you need to, just to sort of, you want to kind of bring it up to bubbling, and then again, once it's sort of come up to bubbling, turn the heat down to a sort of medium heat, cook that for a good 15 minutes. Now I've been cooking for about 15 minutes, now let's just taste this, see how it is. Starting to taste like a nice tomato soup. For my taste, I'm just going to add a teaspoon of sugar. Now I think there's enough salt in here, because obviously the stock's got a little bit of salt, and we did add a little bit, but I'm just going to add like a good teaspoon of sugar. And again, let's just give that a quick mix up, just for a minute or two. And then I'm going to switch the heat off and we're going to start blending it. Now I'm just going to switch the heat off. There you go. I blended that up. Got it nice and smooth. Again, it's always a good point just to try it again. Doesn't hurt. Get a new spoon, try it. It's really tasting lovely. Now, before I finish with this tomato soup, obviously I'm going to make mine tomato and basil. So, I'm going to get me basil, and I'm just going to chop that up and put some, you know, bits of basil in the soup, make it a really nice tomato and basil soup. Just chop it down. Now I'd say again, just cook that for a couple of minutes and then you can taste it. And if you want to add a little bit more basil, add some more to your taste. Again, I'm just going to try a little bit of that. See how it is. Starting to get the basil coming through. For my own taste, because I love the basil, I'm just going to chop those last bits in there. So again, stir that around, just a couple of minutes, and that is ready to serve up. Nice bit of crusty bread. Now mine's just about ready to serve up. Now before I do, I've just got a little bit of creme fraiche. Remember I've said, if you want to keep it healthy, don't use the creme fraiche, but I think it really adds something. I'm just going to use a dollop of that. Just got like a tablespoon. So I'm just going to serve that up. Got myself a little terracotta bowl there. Going to serve up some of this tomato and basil soup. Oh, it's looking good. I'd say it's probably enough for a good 4 portions really with the amount we made. Because obviously we use those fresh tomatoes. Look at that. Looking good. Now again, if you're not on a diet or you know, whatever, keep it healthy, you don't have to add this, but you can just put a little bit of creme fraiche on top there. And again, I've probably got a little bit of fresh basil. I'm just going to pop in to give it a bit of colour. So let me go and grab that. So I've got a little piece there. I think I'll put these ones in. There you go. Delish. Now I'm going to serve that up. A little bit of crusty bread. So got myself some crusty bread. Grab out a spoon and then let's get stuck in. Now I'm just going to try a little bit of that. Oh yeah. Oh, really nice with that basil leaf. Really kind of punches through, but oh, this is lovely. Lovely and tomatoey. You'll really enjoy this soup. Whether you make it just plain tomato or tomato and basil, it's delicious either way. Now, I'm going to grab a bit of that bread. Ooh. Give that a good dip in. That is absolutely lovely. I reckon it's enough for 4 people. Doesn't cost that much. Nice and quick, and it's really healthy, especially if you don't add the creme fraiche. See you on the next video. Thanks for subscribing. All the best. The Original Naked Chef.